Hey, ladies, welcome back to the Power of Women podcast, our season finale. I am your
Can't believe
host,
it.
Tori
Oh, sorry, my bad,
Jae.
Jazz. I always
No,
do
you good,
this.
Pooh. You good. You
Talk
good. This is
heavy.
exciting. This is the end. This is it for the season,
Yeah.
ladies. But I am your host, Tori Jae, and as always, I'm joined by the beautiful.
Taste of the talkative starseed. It's a comment when I was little. You talkative. I was like, yeah, I used to talk so much and ask so many questions. God.
Me too. Me too. I think that's why we mesh well together.
Yeah.
We ladies, we want to do something a little different this time. We are going to take a test. It's a personality type test. It's called 16 Personalities. We will link it in the bottom of the video. But we decided to, close out the season with just trying to learn more about ourselves. Like, how do you know who you are? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of always our foundation and always our theme, just knowing who you are and knowing more about yourself. You know what I mean? So, some of the best ways to do that is to go on a journey, like we've mentioned several times throughout the seasons. We're on our journey, and when you're healing and growing, you get to learn a lot about yourself, and it's actually a pretty cool and exciting journey. It's a lot of healing that happens on that journey, and I'm actually looking forward to taking this test here in a second with you guys.
That'll be fun. So we're going to do it with them.
Yeah. This is going to be
You guys might have heard
exciting. And
of
like
it
I said, we'll
before.
link it.
Yeah. Like a few of you guys might have heard of it before. Have you guys heard of it? 16personalities.com. It's because there's been a few times when it's been kind of going around. I think I first come across it a few years ago. Like, I think I must have been at uni. I was like, maybe like 8 years ago, randomly. And I remember taking the test and reading it, but not understanding it in the way in which, obviously, I would get it now. You know what I mean? So I've been seeing it around. Some people might have come across it already. But if you haven't, definitely take it. We recommend it. So we're going to do it with you guys on air.
Yeah.
Lead the way, Jazz. So what is it? How many
All right.
questions is it? Is it 16 questions? It's not. It's just 16. So it's 16 different personalities, right? So when you take the test, it tells you which personality type is yours, and it gives you like an in-depth report. Actually pretty accurate, and it gives you like a pretty good understanding of who you are. Yeah,
It does.
quite
It
nice.
does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like re-answer the questions while we're going through, but it's gonna be interesting to see
Me too.
if I get the same.
The same one.
I'm
yeah.
sure I'll probably answer my questions close to the same, but it'll be interesting to see like if it's the exact same as it was before.
Yeah.
So here we go, ladies. Are y'all ready?
Yes, we're ready.
If you're watching this, you can pull it up, 16personalities.com. It will be linked, and you can pull it up on your phone, and you can take this test with us, get your answer too. So, you regularly make new friends is the first question.
So it's like a chart. So you either agree or disagree, and it varies. So the very left is completely agree. The middle is I'm in the middle, and the end is the extreme end is completely disagree. So you just choose which one applies to you. So you regularly make new friends.
Can I say this? I don't feel like I feel like I'm a friendly person, and like I make friends with people, but I also feel like people that are intimately close to me, like that's really rare. But I think people sometimes be thinking we more friendly than we are.
There we are.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna say that too. Like I have the ability, and people want to be friends and stuff, and they are, and I can talk to people and be great with them. But are we friends inside? I don't know if I do.
Yeah, no, I put the middle. I put the middle. I put the middle for that one. I'm sorry. Okay, so
I'll put the third one. So that's like the one of not the middle. Like I feel like I'm leaning more towards agree when I think about because it's like I do make new friends.
Yeah,
but they're just at different levels. They
Yeah,
might not be
okay,
intimate,
yeah.
but I do make them like quite. I tend to be able to make friends quite friends.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
even
yeah.
if it's
I mean,
surface level,
I
it's still
in
friends,
in that sense, I do too.
yeah.
I put the middle though.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yes.
Yeah, the top. Very much agree. Yeah, me too.
Completely agree.
Very much agree. Yeah, the very top.
Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. I think agree.
But your Aquarius self, are you sure?
You know what? Let me tell you something that's weird about me. That's what's weird about me. I agree. Okay, if somebody's telling me something and it's emotional and it's sincere, I can get emotional when I'm listening to the story. But when it comes to me, like being able to like completely flip on somebody and like not deal with somebody because they're stressing me out, I can turn off real quick. Yeah. But during a story, a good story, you know, and they going through something, yeah, I'm emotional, man. Yeah. I'd be like, no, it's gonna be okay.
I forgot how hard this test is. This is actually pretty hard because I know what personality type I got last time, right? Yeah. I put it on my Instagram, but now I'm answering because I actually don't remember the answer. So I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to get?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I really don't remember how I answered it. So
I know. Same with me when I took it the other day. With Ari, she got a different answer at the end than.
Oh really?
Yeah, she said hers was. I think it was probably similar, but it was different than her original one.
Yeah, wow,
you know, because she took it again. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take mine again too.
Yeah, to see. Yeah. I mean, I would say seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. For me, I would say that is. I won't say strongly agree, but I would say agree to an extent. So I'll do that too.
Yeah, I agree. I'm emotional. Yeah, I'm so emotional.
Like I say that, like even in movies. Like, and I hate when I get emotional at movies because I'm like, it's not real life and they're pulling your emotions.
It's a movie, yeah, I do. I get like, super emotional.
And I'm like, oh my god, how are you letting this movie drag your heartstrings like this?
You know, I still cry every time if I watch The Lion King and I watch Mufasa die.
Yeah, I swear. Oh god.
It makes you so sad.
Too. It's crazy.
I know, I be feeling so bad for Simba. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna kill Simba daddy right in front of him.
Oh.
Cold-blooded.
Oh my god, used to make me want to just cry my eyes out.
Yeah, man.
When you died.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay,
okay, here we go.
Backup plan. Oops. There we go.
No, that was good. Do I make a backup plan for a backup plan? I feel like I don't, you know what? I don't feel like I do because I feel like whatever I put my mind to is going to work, whether it works in my timing or not. I feel like I wouldn't call the things that I do backup plans. I feel like I just have a lot of different interests, and I feel like all of my interests are going to go where they're supposed to go, not that they are backup plans for each other.
Right, okay, got you. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I put disagree, but I put like the low disagree.
Low disagree, not completely. I think with me, I can be very spontaneous, but I'm a planner. I realised that a lot. That I naturally plan without realising that I'm planning. I'll plan things down to the T. And I realise I've done it. Do you know what I mean? Because my brain just thinks, I feel like I like to foresee obstacles or issues or anything.
That's good.
So what I do is if I have something going on, my brain will say, and I don't class it as planning, but I guess it is planning. What my brain will do is think of everything that it can possibly think of. So I guess in that way you could say that the backup plan is part of the original plan, if you know what I mean. I tend to like cover all avenues, you know what I mean? But I don't see it as a backup plan. I guess I could put it, I put it in agree.
Yeah. I can see that.
Agree.
I can see
Not
that.
Major agree, but agree. Yeah, like I tend to I'd be planning shit in my head and like
And I put mine at disagree, but the low disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's funny. It's gonna be interesting. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I feel like I want to say agree, but I feel like I when I have pressure on the inside, I feel it. I feel like I'm feeling it, but I don't think people see it. I think I appear calm. I think inside I internalize.
You internalize it, right? But then I feel like that in itself, maybe I'm wrong. Let me not speak out of turn. I mean, that's what I always do. I always speak out of turn. But I don't know why I'm trying to change my ways now. What are you talking about? I think that in itself, though, is an art. Because, it's internalization. Obviously, we don't want to internalize our feelings. We need to let them out, right? But you say that you are internalizing it and that you appear calm. But I don't think it's an appearance. I think it is what it is. It's like survival, if you know what I mean, because your body, you can't be hysterical on the inside and on the outside. So you figured out one and it's left to just figure out the other. And really, even if you say that you're hysterical inside. I still don't feel like you're hysterical. You're not really someone. You're not really somebody that gets that. Even if you are under pressure, I feel like you're still calm under pressure. Even though you're saying inside you're not, you still don't. You're not like a hectic. To me, anyway, you're not like a hectic kind of like, oh my god. You won't get that with Jazz. Like, if I'm stressed and I need like to reason, I'm more likely to be like, although I'm better, but help me. But I'm more likely to be like that. But I can call you, and I know that you will be able to think of it in a calmer way. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like you are pretty calm under pressure.
Okay,
even though you feel like
I
you're not
agree.
inside,
I agree.
but,
I agree. I'm gonna put agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put agree.
I don't know. I feel like I am. I think nowadays I would say I'm pretty calm under pressure, but that's only because I can get really irritated when I'm under pressure as well. Oh my god, shit! I'll be real snappy. I'll be like, don't talk to me. Yes, Jazz. What? I'm busy. Why are you calling me now? It's terrible. It's so useless. No, but seriously, yeah. I think that these days I'm learning. I feel I've really learned to be calm under pressure because honestly, everything works out and it's better for my mental health. So now I really don't deal well with people who are panickers. I noticed that a lot. I don't like it. Like I'm always like, just calm down, let's think of it. Because I call myself solution based. So of course, to me, I have to be calm under pressure to an extent now because there's a solution for everything. So why am I like running around like a headless chicken? Do you know what I mean? It's gonna work out. And that's literally how I feel about everything. So when I'm around people who are constantly on edge and are constantly like, oh my God, it drives me mad. It's one of my pet peeves. I'm just like, calm down. Because I find that they put me on edge. And I'm learning to not be on edge. So when I'm around people who are constantly on edge, I'm like, oh my God. Like, come on, calm down. We'll figure it out. Like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's not. So yeah.
Yeah.
I got better. I learned for my own sanity. So I'm gonna put you usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's a great trait to conquer.
Right.
It's a great trait to conquer, especially if it's genuine. Like, you know.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the goal though. The goal is always to feel it internally as well, because if not, you're just putting on a show for other people and you're not really doing it for you.
Yeah. That anxiety will still be there. So you want to sincerely learn how to like de-stress in stressful situations. Literally. You know, learn how to really like process it in a healthy way, what you're going through, because this too shall pass.
I swear, abundance challenges too shall pass. Because a lot of the things that we do, like we just stress ourselves over nothing. Honestly, like, and that's a major way for me to stay calm under pressure, because I just feel like everything, this too shall pass. Everything can be worked out. Everything can be worked out. So I refuse to stress myself. Okay, next one.
At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
Agree.
I disagree with that, obviously.
No, I really agree with that. I know you're, It's like, that's so crazy, literally, because I'm like,
well,
I
they
really
said
like
social
disagree.
events. It depends.
Social
it's
events,
social events. Okay, so let me be very clear. If it's me, you know, or you know, an intimate group, we going out. And okay, I'm weird. I'm really weird. That's an Aquarius, like you said.
Yeah.
It's really weird. So I can be like very
social.
I don't know who you are. Like, I don't want y'all in my space, man or woman, like whoever you are, especially men. We out trying to have a good time. Don't come get in our face right now. Like, no. Right. And I can be real, like, antisocial and weird in that way. And people be like, oh, she seems mean. But then I have times where, especially if it's specifically a social event, if it's something that's, especially if it's business related or networking related, I'm like, hey, you know, and I love to get into conversations with people, get to know people.
Right,
and
that's true.
I love to debate with people, so.
Where would you land there?
I think I have to put disagree, but I'm gonna put the middle disagree.
Middle one, not the bottom one, yeah. I would put agree just because I thought of that and I thought I do, even in social events, if I'm feeling sociable, what will happen is that when people talk to me, I'm responsive. That's the difference. But I don't, it is so rare that I go up to people and I'm social and say, hi, my name's Taysa, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's very rare. If I'm in a social event and people will come up to me and talk to me and say, hi, how are you? And if I'm like being social, I'm like, hey, I'm Taysa, how are you? What do you do? That's me being social. You know what I mean? as opposed to just being standoffish, like you said, like, bro, get out of my face.
You know, they worded it weird though. That's why.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
that's
Because they said introduce yourself, and when
Yeah.
I'm listening to you, I'm like, well, yeah, no, I don't necessarily go introduce myself to people.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless it is specifically a business mixer, then I'll shake hands with somebody or whatever. But typically, I feel like you. I feel like people work their ways over to me.
Right.
But
that's why it says you rarely, though. So it's not all the time. It says at social events you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people. So what is it that you mostly? What's your normal mode of operation when you're out in social events?
I'm friendly. I talk to people.
Yeah.
It depends on the type of social event it is. I talk to people. I'm friendly, but I don't necessarily introduce myself.
Yeah, I don't. That's
I
the
don't.
question.
I don't initiate the conversation.
Yeah, I don't ever. It's very difficult. Like, not difficult. It's just rare that I
Oh
go
my
up to
God,
someone
this
and
is
say
stressing
hi.
me out.
Bro, don't let it stress you. It's there in black and white. Introduce yourself. So answer it like that.
Yeah, I don't introduce myself.
Yeah, so that's it.
But I do talk a
Rarely.
lot to people. Yeah, so okay, so I put this. I put.
It says
I rarely introduce myself, but
because
agree.
that's why it's called rarely. It's not like all the time. It says you rarely introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. That is.
I put agree, but I
absolutely
put the low agree, the lowest
Yeah.
agree.
No, I'm at the top. That is definitely me. Definitely me. Like oftentimes
Yeah.
I like to be like left alone. I feel like that has a lot to do with PTSD. I think I have PTSD with human beings. No,
That might be part of it, but I have a little bit of that, and I call it my introvertedness.
it must be
But
okay,
I appear like an extrovert, but I
Yeah,
know
me
that I
too.
like to be alone a lot. I like to be by myself.
I do not like to be bothered.
I talk to you more than anybody I know, and
I'm
then
telling you.
but still, we don't talk every day.
I swear. Do you know what I mean? Like, girl.
Yeah.
I do not like to be bothered.
Yeah.
I remember Erin used to say that all the time. Let me get close to the mic. And now I get it. I've been thinking about it the past few days. I'm going to message her. And she'll be like, I remember she said, what she said? She goes, I do not want to be bothered. Like, Erin used to say that all the time. I do not want to be bothered.
Yeah.
I do not want to be bothered with it. And now I'm like, I do not want to be bothered. Like, allow it.
At all. At all.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put agree for that one. Because,
Yeah, I
that's
did.
definitely my ass, you know.
I did.
Okay.
So you prefer to completely finish one project before starting another? Completely disagree. I start 20 projects at one time. I can take another one. Give me another one. Another one, thank you.
Another one, thank you, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, for me, I prefer to. Well, I don't prefer to. I move as I move. Like, if I have an idea and I want to do, I do it. But if what do I prefer to do? I prefer to finish things. I don't like to start things and not finish it. It's major for me. Like, it's a huge. I think it's a Capricorn in me. Like,
Okay, can I be honest with you? You see, this is the second time you've done this to me. You made me realize that I'm perceiving it different, and and even that says a lot about our personalities too. The way I'm reading the question, because it clearly says prefer. It actually says that. It reads, you prefer to completely finish one before starting the other. Yeah. And I would prefer to do that, but I'm answering it like what I do.
Yeah.
And I don't do that.
Yeah.
I would prefer to do it.
Yeah.
But that's not who I am.
I swear,
take
no,
on
I
so
do.
much.
Yeah.
I never do that. I've never finished one and then started another. Please.
One. Yeah, no.
No,
I start them.
I'll
start it. Yeah. If I start, because for example, I start projects. I do, but I start it in like when I'm like nearly finishing the other one, and when the other one's supposed to finish. Like, I do not. It's such a thing for me. I do not like to start things and not finish. I can't help it. Like, I'd rather just not start.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal trait. Clearly, somewhere I need to work on. I need to work on that. Clearly, I put strongly disagree. If there was a one above that, I'd put it next to that. That question is basically saying I'm a procrastinator.
Literally, do you procrastinate? That's the question.
Do you procrastinate? Yes.
Very much so.
With everything. Okay, the next one. You are very sentimental. I am.
Yeah, I think
I'm a sentimental person. You remember the first time I left? When I left Nigeria?
Yeah.
How emotional I was.
I swear. I feel like it's weird. I'm sentimental. Everybody in my house calls me crybaby. Because I would always be the one crying, whether I'm angry, whether I'm like, tears. But I think I'm also maybe, I don't know, maybe again PTSD has changed my personality a bit. I'm very
Nah, I know where you're going with this because I'm that as well.
Like, I'm very sentimental in a sense of like, you know, but then in other situations, I can be very detached and aloof.
I can be like that, yeah.
Just look.
But I feel like that's just your logical brain processing a situation as it should be. But in situations where it's a meaningful situation, I perceive you as a sentimental person.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down as well. I think I am sentimental.
Yeah, I do perceive you as sentimental. You know, we could talk about a moment or we could cherish something. I think you're sentimental.
Yeah, that's true.
You a sweetheart.
Teddy bear.
Okay, next one. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I like to.
But do you?
But I don't really do it.
No, yeah, I like to. To be fair, when it says tools,
I have calendars and notebooks and everything around me.
You're that kind of person that, yeah, you have diaries and shit. I think that you were the first person well, not the first person, but I feel like you used to make a lot of lists.
I make lists all day. I have lists everywhere.
That's what you're doing. That's correct. Look, you like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Whether or not you feel organized or not, but you still do it. Yeah,
okay, good. Okay, good.
Because that's where I got it from, and it helps. Like,
I put middle agree.
Yeah, I put list.
I put top agree because I do like to do it.
Yeah, I'll put I'll put middle agree as well, actually, because I have I never used to be able to like make a list and goals and plans. It's only something that I learned to do like 3 years ago. I think I remember even telling you that I'm gonna write a list, and then now I write a list for everything. Yeah. If I have an idea in my head, I literally get my notes and be like, like
I found a notebook from like high school and I had lists in that. Like, go home, do your homework, I don't even think I did all the stuff on the list, but I make lists. I make lists. Lord, I do make lists. Okay, next one. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. No, I'm going to tell you why. No, because a small mistake doesn't make me doubt my abilities, right? When mistakes happen, and I don't really look at everything that I do as a mistake anymore. Right. If I done this a few years ago, my answers would have been different. Right. But right now, I look at things that happen as they were meant to happen, and something has never happened and made me go, oh, now I doubt myself, or this isn't going to happen. I feel like things are going to happen when they're meant to happen, how they're meant to happen. Right. So nothing makes me go, oh man, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, or maybe I'm not on the right path. Right, I don't doubt that. It's just, it's not going to happen in that way. It's how I perceive it. Right. So I put strongly disagree.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, these questions have got me really thinking, because I'm trying to answer them. Like,
yeah, this is fun.
I swear, I don't know. Like, I feel like, no, now of course not, because I'm a big advocate. Like, you dust yourself off and try again. It is not reflective of you. But you know, I have caught myself. This mindset of growth and, you know, trying to be more positive and seeing the other aspect, you know, and the other aspect of life and the other aspect of things is actually the positive aspect, because often we're trained to just see negative, the bad. So I've been training myself to always see the other side, because there's always another side. No matter what anybody says, there's always a positive to a situation, right? Mm-hmm. But I still find myself at times, sometimes, like, not regularly, but every now and then I might be like, is this correct? I don't know what I'm doing. It's just crazy. Yeah, I do. Every now and then I might have that thought, and I'm like you said, I'm like, I know it's going to work out, but sometimes I think it's because I'm a Capricorn and we have like this inherent fear of failure.
Yeah.
Because it's there a lot, you know? So then sometimes I'm like, oh man, did I like... But I always catch it. It does not last, Like, now it doesn't.
I think it probably gives you a good, healthy, realistic balance, whereas I feel like I have like this delusional...
No, it's not delusional. That's
this
correct.
Delusional.
No, like
this delusional confidence in things.
That's
sometimes I go, oh, dang, it didn't work out, or I did something wrong, and it's like,
because it wasn't meant to work out.
Well, obviously it's supposed to happen this way.
I swear,
Well, obviously it's supposed to.
that too. Yeah, I do actually like, because that's the saying. You see, it's not delusion. That is literally the positive aspect of the situation. Because obviously, because I'm been such a stoic pessimist in general, like it's not really easy for. I can be very positive, but in the nature is to be stoic and pessimistic. Yeah, you can see it in our personalities. Yeah, so obviously my brain might necessarily be like, of course I'm going to be the one saying I fucked up, and of course the Aquarius is going to be saying, nah, it's fine. That's the positive. That's the mindset I'm trying to get. That's what I mean about, because you're not being delusional.
That's why we balance each other
aspects.
out,
yeah, like I swear
we balance each other out. This is really
you're
nice.
literally seeing the other aspect of the situation, like you should. Like you're literally like, because that's the truth. Because if I was looking at the other side, what would I look at? I would say the same thing. I would say, happened for a reason, you know. And that's what I try. That's what we're trying to encourage you guys to do. That's her Tori's version. That's the positive side. It's not delusional.
You keep me grounded, please. Your earth sign. Literally keep me grounded. Look at me being
Yeah,
airy. Look at me being airy.
Yeah. And we're literally answering the questions like them as well. It's mad.
Yeah, it says a lot about your personality. So, what did I put? I put strongly disagree on that last one.
I'll put disagree as well, but middle disagree.
Okay, so then the next one is, you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yeah.
I mean, I would be comfortable doing it, but I don't think I've ever done it. So there's that.
I might have done it. I might have done that before, I feel like.
Yeah, probably.
In fact, my grandma told me when I was little, as soon as I learned how to introduce myself, she said everywhere we used to go, I used to always go, "Hi, my name is Jasmine. What's your name?" I used to do it to everybody, apparently. Like, I feel comfortable walking up to people, especially it says somebody you find interesting as well. So for whatever reason, somebody has done something or said something or made a comment, and I'm like, yeah, definitely. Start up a conversation.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. I've done that a few times. I was gonna say no, I'm not. I'm like, please. How many times have I got? It's normally females I do it to. To be honest, I'm very unless it's a male performer. But it's normally females that do that too. And I'm like, straight up, like I might have been to a show and what you've done is phenomenal. And I see, I'm like, oh my God, I love what you did. Or I'm walking around and I see your outfit or something.
It doesn't say you do it all the time. Exactly. It just says you're comfortable doing that. Yeah,
I am very comfortable to it if I want to.
Yeah, definitely. If somebody's interesting. So I put strongly agree. Next one, you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. I disagree with that. I like discussing different ways to interpret creative works. Yeah, that's like saying, like, you know, I watch a movie or listen to a song or look at art and I'm like, what do you think about that? You know, because I feel like this, you know.
Yeah, of course,
I like to go back and forth and you know, and interpret things. Yeah, I do that.
You do, actually. I'm the opposite.
I do that.
I have to fight myself. Yeah. And I think, again, I'm very stoic in nature. And one of my affirmations is that I'm open.
I love it, though.
I'm seriously a real goat head, you know that? And one of my affirmations is that I'm open to fresh ideas and new perspectives and different points of view. Yeah, because the other day I was like, Tessa, seriously, what's your problem? You can't take anything, like, I'm working on it, God knows. Yeah. But yeah, so I do to an extent. That's what it says. Basically, you're not too interested in discussing, right? So I can take, if we're having a discussion, and everybody's in it, I like to hear everyone else's opinions. But then I'm trying to, like, when it says an analysis of creative works, after a while, I kind of just get a bit disinterested, or I don't want to use the word overwhelmed, but I think it just maybe that's my social anxiety that plays up. You know, when people are discussing ideas and stuff, I tend to see myself and I'm like, Tato, that in itself is a problem, because I'm like, even if you don't agree with somebody, you should still be able to hear them and hear them with peace. That's what I'm trying to do, you know? Hear them with peace.
I feel like you do that now.
Yeah, I am. I'm a lot better. Oh my God, like, than when I see the growth, you know what I mean? But still, I know that at times, like, people will get into conversations and, you know, that I'll just be like, I do it. Even on, like, social media.
Yeah, but I absolutely see nothing wrong with that. If you're not interested and you don't want to engage with something, I think that is fine. It's just a different personality type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with that. But because I am interested in doing things like that, I have to say disagree to that question because it's saying you're not interested in that,
interested. Well,
and I am. So I'm gonna put disagree.
I would put you're not too interested in discussing the versions. I would put lowest agree. Lowest agree.
Okay.
Lowest agree.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what?
This is so fun.
I think it's the trauma as well. I know. Me and Jazz. We talk about this all the time. This is such a long episode. We thought this was going to be 10 minutes. Guys.
This is wild.
I told you it's gonna be longer than that.
You did.
But they're gonna. You guys are gonna like this, though. I'm gonna hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying it.
But I think because of the kind of job that we do, or what we do, our work, like podcasting, all of this stuff, yeah. So obviously we get people are drawn to our personalities naturally to help them. You know, I guess we're healers, natural healers. It's just the light. So sometimes, because I think that translates to other aspects of my life. So because I get a lot of that, I tend to find myself not necessarily wanting to be engaged in, like, it's not a debate because it's a difference of opinions, or it's just chopping it up. People are just discussing. It's not beef. You give your opinion, bring my opinion. But I find myself wanting to just zone out and just be like, I don't feel like engaging. I don't know what it is. I just be like, no. It's very rare that I find things interesting, bro. Like, even I was thinking about it the other day, like, and I was like, what I do, I find so many things interesting, but the things I find interesting is not necessarily what other people find interesting, if you know what I mean.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that I really, really am interested in, the average person doesn't have regular conversation about.
Yeah.
And but I also do feel like I've turned the page. What'd the question say?
You're not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Creative works. No, specifically when I'm looking at it like that, I do like to discuss things like that. But with what you just said, I completely agree. Like, people, the average person, like, your people I'm around, even people I'm cool with, sometimes, like, you know, sometimes I'm okay with, like, playing and joking and having certain conversations, but conversations. I had somebody tell me this at work recently, actually. Like, I was at work, and, you know, one of the girls was next to me, and I asked her something crazy about life, about, like, the soul, what happens, like, after death. And she was like, Tori, you always want to have a deep-ass conversation. And in my head, I'm like, I didn't think it was that deep. It just crossed my mind, you know? Or like, and it's not only that, it's just sometimes it'd be something else random, but it'd be random in my mind. I could have been reading something or thinking about something or seeing something and it triggered me. The thought that comes out of your mouth, the question that comes out is the question other people are like,
why is that on your mind right now? We're at a bar. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I can't have, she's like, I don't have the kind of ability to, like, clock out of work and clock into conversations like that. She's like, I can have conversations like that outside of work and like after work, but like not when I'm in work mode. And I was like, really?
It's because it's not.
You know what I thought? Yeah, which I thought was weird, but I realized that I tend to think things are weird that doesn't align with what I do, but it's not weird. It's not weird. I understood it exactly, and I even had to ask myself why I thought it was weird, because I'm like, that's just her personality. But I still was like in my head, like, you can't answer the question. Don't just answer the fucking question. What do you think happens? It's not that serious.
What do you mean? Just answer it. That is
just answer the question.
Aquarius is fuck. But you guys tend to be very intellectual in that way anyway. It's not even just the intellectual aspect of it. Aquarius is more so, it's not just intellectualism, it's like profound, if you know what I mean. They have an esoteric way of thinking. You guys tend to have like an otherworldly way of thinking in a way that other people don't think of.
It's that air.
Yeah, it is. It's that air. I swear, like,
just floating all around the place.
When you see a flipping Aquarius, bro, you be knowing. Well, the majority of Aquariuses, like, they have an air to them. They are literally air signs. You know what I mean? I know that I naturally walk with my head up. I don't know where I learned it from, but the ancestors inside me, because they said, we are inside you, my child. What do you mean? That's where you got it from. But I naturally walk like this. And if I find myself slouching, I will put my head back up, and I just notice that on my chest. But I don't know. It's like I went to modeling school, really.
I love it though. It's confidence.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Exudes confidence.
I just carry my stride like that. And Aquariuses do the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
If you see an Aquarius, you could tell. I can always tell fucking Aquarius. I can tell, and I think that's why I get on with them as well. There's like a
Yeah, we do get along great. You know, it's funny about that example you just gave because the other day at work we were all like playing with each other and because it was like slow at work, so we were like trying to see, we were mimicking each other. So you had to act like somebody and everybody else had to guess who it was. And one of the girls did me, and when she did me, it was so funny because I felt like it was me, but I wasn't sure. I was like, is that me?
What did she do?
Is that supposed to be me? Do I do that? Is that how I appear to you guys? She said, so she was sitting here like this. She was like this with her head up. Just like in thought, in deep thought. And then she was like, somebody called Tori's name. Somebody say Tori. Somebody called my name. And then she turned and she goes, like, yes.
Typical.
So who's that supposed to be? So when you said the head up part, because her whole like acting scene just in her head was like up so high. Yeah. She was just like in thought, and I was like,
that is definitely you.
I was like, whatever, man.
Fuck it. You know, you can't tell an Aquarius is please, man. Your confidence is next level, like, and it's like everybody else as well. You can feel it though. I feel like you can tell when an Aquarius kind of steps in the room as well. Like they have an air, like I don't know how to explain it. They're just different. Something different about your.
I feel like a lot of us are old souls, and I feel like Aquarius and this is just my interpretation, whatever past karmic cycles you've broken have given you a certain kind of way to process things. Because I feel like I used to process things a certain way at a really young age, and I get older and I'm like, oh shit, I was right, or I still feel the same way, you know. And I feel like it's a past life thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's a past life thing. Yeah.
And you guys definitely have the gift of spirituality as well. Like some people are just a lot more. They're able to clock in a bit more and understand the esoteric better. Do you know what I mean? Often you can talk to an Aquarius about astrology and esoteric matters easily, and they will tend to grab onto it very well. But if you were going to talk to a Capricorn, for example, like me, I don't know. I guess my chart has a lot of Capricorn in it. But it might...
Yeah, but see, Capricorns are so intellectual that if you trigger or intrigue them intellectually, and it's something that they actually interest them, that's true. You might not be a Capricorn that's interested in those things, and if you're not interested, then you turn it off. Right. But if it's something you're interested in or it aligns with who you are, I feel like those conversations are just as intellectual and dope.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It just has to be interesting to you.
Yeah.
I mean, things have to be interesting to me, but I tend to like just fucking have conversations. I don't know what's wrong with me.
With you guys, you can take it in. Well, it depends, but you take it in. You can. It passes through your layers easier. With the goats tend to like want a million explanations first of all. Like, so how did you get to that? So why did you think that? Oh, really? Because my brain is so stoic and stuck in a way that I have to like, but yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm there. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. No, I think I disagree. I feel like, let me think about it for a second, actually.
Because I nearly did, and
I feel like I follow my heart. But I feel like my heart and my head align a lot of times.
Motherfucker, that's how you done. I was just going to say that. The bottom line is, though, my head and my heart are very much like always in alignment these days. Like,
in tune, man.
Very much like.
It's called alignment. My head and my heart ain't disagreeing. We agree over here.
What you mean?
My head and heart. So.
They didn't give an option.
So I put disagree. Because I feel like I follow my heart. I feel like the emotional part of it, but the heart is still what guides me.
I feel like my heart is smarter than my head, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah,
like I always
it's because it's a feeling. Exactly. It has to be what you feel. Yeah, it has to feel right.
Yeah, I think it's the heart. Yeah, no, definitely. Okay.
Yeah. So disagree. I put strongly disagree. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine.
Agree for me. Very strongly.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. Yeah. I like routines, but I don't follow routines. I don't even like routines.
I don't. I like rituals.
Yeah.
but I don't like
Yeah,
routines.
I like those as well.
Like, I'm not a routine
Yeah.
person. I'm very like spontaneous, and
Yeah,
I like
I'm
to
not
do
routine at
different
all. I
things.
like them. I like routines.
Yeah.
I feel like structure. You know what it is? It's because I lack so much structure. I feel like it's something I need. I feel like I need structure. I need consistency in certain areas of my life. It goes back to me and my procrastinating ways. But I don't tend to follow it. I do what I feel. I'm like, no.
No, I don't. I say I don't like routine.
I want my day to go like
anyhow,
how.
like that's how I do it. So like I might tell myself, okay, let's say I wanted to write, So I guess that's routine in itself, but it's just not your average routine. I would not necessarily say I'm gonna write at 3:00 at my office every day. I will say I'm gonna write tomorrow, and I will write whenever. Where it might be in the office, it might be in the beach, it might be on my bed. It might how I'm going to write is not planned, but I will write. So I guess
it's a relaxed routine.
Right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's what it is. But I don't really like them. I prefer to just coast, and
Just
that's
go
the
with
goal.
the
The
flow.
goal of my life, you people here, because one day it's gonna happen. And so she said it in episode 2032, is to wake up every morning and just coast my life, do what I like. Like, don't have to worry about stress. Don't have to worry about work. Just live. Just be, like, just enjoy life as it is. I'm not stressed about bills. I'm not worried about work. I'm just experiencing life. That's all I want to do. I remember I said that to someone the other day, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, obviously there's kind of work, because people can't deal with the fact. And I'm like, yeah, of course you have. I'm not going to be ignorant and naive and say you don't have to put in work. You have to put in work to get to that stage anyway. Even if you think that what you're doing is not work, you're still working towards whatever you want. But the ultimate goal is not to work. I have no desire to work. It doesn't validate me. Some people feel like they have to work because working validates them. They feel important. They feel like they're being productive.
Yeah. And that plays a part of their personality.
Yeah, it does.
It's a part of their personality. Yeah. Whereas I kind of agree with you. I like to go with the flow. I like to go with what feels right. I've never actually, I lie. I've worked jobs that were, specific hours or got to be there at a certain time every day. I've done that when I was younger. But I tend to work jobs where I have the freedom to come in when I want, or I can do what I want, or I can kind of my schedule can be like
quite flexible.
I can decide my schedule. Like I tend to work jobs like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, some people are like that, yeah.
Okay, next one. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I completely agree with that because I really don't care about the impression. I feel like I tend to make a good impression, but I honestly don't care if I do or don't.
Yeah, I could care less. Like, I don't think I've ever really cared. Well, when I was younger, no, I didn't. Yeah. I've always just thought I was great, and if you didn't like me, that's really
I might have thought about it, but
maybe after I might be like, oh no, like if I get a vibe.
Yeah, only when I was young as well.
Yeah. I would be like, oh no, this person, how comes I got a vibe from them? And be like, oh, did they? But to go into
and I might wonder why they felt like that.
Yeah. But I don't think, whether I'll make a good. I'm like, you're gonna love me. And if you don't love me, that's not. I don't care.
Yeah. I think that's something we share in common. People do tend to attract or just have this magnetism towards us. We get along with people well. It's because when your energy is sincere and is good, people attract to that. You attract other people with similar energy, so it feels good and genuine. But I could care less about the impression I make, though. Cool if you have a great impression of me, because I think I'm a great person.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But I don't care if you don't.
I swear, that's your damn business.
Right.
Ooh, interesting. I want to see how you answer this one, because God knows me. You enjoy participating in group activities.
Okay, let me answer this. Honestly. And I don't remember which bubble it was, but I remember the side it was when I answered this last time. Because this is how I looked at the question. I don't mind, and I do enjoy participating in group activities. Yes, I enjoy participating in group activities. But I find that when given the opportunity to work by myself, I would choose to work by myself before I would choose to be in a group. Especially because I don't like, even if you're thinking about from the perspective of school or a project or something like that, I don't like my livelihood being judged based on other people and their interpretations. Give me creative control. Let it be me. Not because I want all of the attention, but because I don't want somebody else to have an impact on something that's going to affect me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it just feels like I have no, like, this is my life here. Like, what are we
Yeah,
talking about? I'm
rather
going to get a
control
grade based on
you,
their
I
participation
swear.
or, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I can enjoy it though. I still do well in groups. If I'm in a group, I'll still boss at it. I still get along with people,
Yeah.
and I can work with difficult personalities. I can work with people. You know, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
But
It's
I would
emotional
rather work
intelligence.
alone.
Me too. That's how I would answer it too, because
Yeah, I put the low
yeah,
disagree.
I am very much able to like work in teams. I'm able to work in a team. To be
Yeah.
fair, I can't. I tend to dominate in teams naturally.
Likewise,
I
yeah.
try to fall back, but I somehow end up just stepping forward because I find that
Me
I think it's just
too.
the dominant personalities. Yeah, because people don't. People might tend to shy away. So when I see people shying away,
Yeah.
I just naturally just step up and be like, "Oh, okay, let me just,
Yeah.
But to be honest as well, I do not like teamwork. Teamwork was always my nightmare at work, in school first of all. When I had to do group work, I'd be like, oh my days, I hated group work, and I just I can work very well in a team if I need to. But ask me, I would rather work on mine. I do not like being slowed down, and I find in teamwork
Yeah.
I get slowed down, or like my ideas can't be executed again. That's the egotistical. My ideas can't be executed in a way in which I want to execute them. I want to execute my ideas in this way, and I don't want stress. And as well, I feel like with the kind of person I am, not everybody tends to see the vision. Only some people might see my vision of
Yeah.
what I want to get done. Yeah, and I guess this is why you need to work
But
on
what
it.
but what about like even the perspective of like group outings, right? Like, cause I don't mind a group outing, but I'm also okay going out by myself.
Yeah, no, I'm very much myself in all aspects. Like, I
Yeah.
like to, like, even I was thinking about my house the other day, right? And I just thought to myself, people complain that I don't invite them around or whatever. And I'm like,
I don't.
do you know why? And I thought, why not, Tessa? And I said, first of all, I like my space a certain type of way. So if I feel like you're not going to respect my space, you're not coming. And then also,
Right.
I like people to leave. I like to go to people's houses. I like to go and meet people so I can go when I want to go. If you come to my house,
Yeah.
right? You come to my space.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, when I need you to leave, you're not gonna want to leave. I don't know if you're gonna leave
Yeah.
when I need you to leave, and because I can't explain.
Yeah.
I get drained very easily,
And it could be a night where it feels great and I want you there for a long time, but then I could feel like after 30 minutes, like,
and it
I'm gonna go
happens.
lay down.
No, in fact, I know I would feel like that. I literally thought, I said, so would you have a
Yeah.
sleepover? I said, would you do sleepovers? Because when I was younger, me and sleepovers, I used to love do. But now,
I wouldn't mind going to one. I could have a sleepover, but it would be a very
not
special,
in my space. It has
unique.
to be outside. It cannot be in my space.
Okay, that I
Yeah.
agree with.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
in my space, I'm very like, I just be like, no.
Yeah, I agree with
I'll be
that.
like,
Yeah, I don't bring people in my
I
space.
just be feeling
Hardly
away
ever.
about it. So, yeah, I can go
Yeah.
to the movies. I can go on holiday. I prefer to do things on my own. When people invite themselves to my stuff, you know what? But I've done it to you. I'll be like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's funny because at my last apartment and like the last few places I've lived, I could probably count on one hand how many times I've actually brought
remember.
different people, like to my own personal space. Like I'm real funny
Yeah,
about that.
I like it.
I don't like.
And if
people
I'm
in my
going to,
space
I'll be
at
like,
all.
I'm going to the beach. I'm like, can I come? And it's funny because people now, like one of my cousins, she's probably listening. She knows, like, she'd be like, oh, do you want company? When she wants to invite herself out when I'm on my own. The question, which is very nice. I appreciate people that take stuff like that into consideration instead of just like imposing on my personal space and taking it personal when I want to be alone. Because a lot of people take it very personally when you want to be alone. But I just...
They do.
And I'm like,
Yeah, they
why
do.
am I not allowed to have my alone time? And it's not because of you. I just like being alone. So she'd be like,
Yeah.
can I come or do you want to go alone? I'd be like, I want to go alone. She'd be like, okay. And that's it. Okay. Like, because...
And it is what it is.
What it
And
is.
it's cool.
Yeah. Like, it's not a beef thing. I love my own space, bro. Like, I like to travel alone. I like to move alone. And also, again, because I hate being slowed down. And when I'm with people... my needs get pushed to the sides. I guess it's the selfishness inside me. I don't like my needs to be pushed to the sides. I like to do exactly what I want to do when I want to do it, and I like to just move. Like sometimes if I'm in a group now, everybody, of course, you have to teamwork. So don't be so self-centered. Fine, but then like the indecisiveness drives me nuts. Like let's make and then I'm the one in the group. People, especially if there's new people in the group, they're like, is this one feeling like what
Yeah.
should be
Yeah, I
doing?
put disagree. I put the low disagree.
Yeah.
But I put disagree. I put the low disagree because I can do it. I can do a group, but I still prefer to be by myself.
The
So
only
I put
group outing
disagree.
I like is probably like maybe like club, going to the club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anything else,
Yeah.
and, you know, maybe like little
Fun
things.
things.
Yeah, like maybe, you know, go-karting,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, you know, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I am a lone soldier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
I agree. So next one, you like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending.
Oh, hate.
I like both. I like both. I like both.
Yeah. But
No, don't get me wrong. I have been irritated before. I've watched the movie and it's ended like abruptly, and I'm like, what happened? That's crazy. How they gonna end it like that? But
it's good though, Shai. Those are good movies.
yeah, but I think part of me kind of does like
it.
it.
I can appreciate them now than I could before. Like,
yeah.
God, my brain has really opened up a lot, you know.
Yeah, I put low agree.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Low. I put low agree. Okay.
Well, actually, yeah.
All right,
I'll
next
put middle.
Oh, what?
I'll put middle for that. I'm not
Middle.
sure,
Okay. Okay. That's fair. Okay, your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishment. Disagree. Completely disagree with that.
Get out of it. It's funny. I feel like I'm gonna get a different personality type. I know. Last time I did, I was INFJ, and now they'll be like,
I'm sure our personality is different based on the day. Tomorrow it's different.
Because I'm like, please, nah, never.
Talk to me next week. I might be another person.
I'm telling you, every week there's a different personality.
We need to do this again in a while.
I swear we should. But yeah, no, it's
Go
not.
to the next one.
You know, your happiness comes from helping other people accomplish things, and a lot of people say that, oh, there's joy in the little things, there's joy in helping others, but the biggest joy comes in helping me. God damn it.
Yeah, definitely not more than myself. I disagree with that. Yeah. I love if I can help somebody. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I not to put you before me.
My accomplishments are like what?
Yeah.
I love it when
they lie to us. People, you don't put people before
never.
yourself.
Because
it's a lie.
Who's gonna put you first? And if you're doing that, then what's gonna happen is that instead of loving on yourself in a way which you can and providing for yourself and which and nurturing yourself, you're pouring so much into other people. You're looking at them to come and nurture you, and you get mad at them for not nurturing you. But it's not the responsibility to nurture you.
Yeah, no. You always put yourself first. Man. I had to. Yeah, that one was a clear answer for me. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next.
When I say try, what are they talking about?
I'm interested in a lot of things. I am interested in a lot of things, but I don't feel like I find it difficult in what to try.
I always know what I want to try next one, like this one.
Yeah.
Unless maybe it's food.
Yeah.
Food-wise.
I put disagree then because I always know what I want to do. Like it's always, I have specific things I'm interested in. Very, it's a broad range of things, but it's still, very specific things that I'm interested in that align with me. So I never not know what to try next. I'm always like, ooh, let's do this now.
Yeah. Prone to worrying that.
You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. No, I don't worry about that.
Yeah, not anymore.
I don't worry about it.
I feel like I do though. You know that this is what is so ironic that this question has come up because this full moon, I feel like that was a question for me. I was checking my self-limiting beliefs, right? And you know what's happening with me recently, so everything's coming together nicely. But I find myself still not allowing myself to believe it. And thinking, oh, okay, I need to wait for this before, let it get here, let it do this, let it do that before I breathe out. But it's like, because subconsciously, I was talking to myself, I'm like, subconsciously, you're not believing it. You still feel like something might happen, And I'm like, where did I get that from? I'm like, that's another programming that happens that I don't even realize I'm doing. Like I check that out, be like, no, I can say all the right things, It's all perfect, but I do actually internally sometimes have that where I don't allow myself to celebrate as early as I should, or just to enjoy things, to bask in the moment, because I'm scared that I'm celebrating too soon. And obviously as well, we're always told, especially growing up, don't get excited too early because it might crash. But what I've been telling myself is that even if it does crash, the joy that I felt is still valid, you know what I mean? If it crashes, it's because it was meant to crash. Still be joyous, because any other emotion is just a waste of time. And what that often does as well is that manifests. So my worry manifests. It shows itself because I'm worrying. So that's me talking to myself basically. So yeah, I've been working on that recently. I've actually been working. I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a childhood thing.
Yeah. I appreciate the honesty though, because it's true. Yeah. It's true. You know, that happens.
Yeah, I do.
It does happen, and I feel like I feel like
I put in the middle. I'll be in the middle for that. But yeah,
I do think about sometimes things that could happen.
Yeah.
I've had moments,
not regularly,
but overall, I tend to feel
positive,
like everything that's happening or whatever happens, even if I don't like it, I feel like it's you know it's supposed to happen. You know, it just is what it is.
No,
so I don't think that it's.
Yeah, I disagree completely. Then it's true.
Yeah, I disagree.
Because even when I'm thinking like that underlining thought, that's because I'm doing shadow work, real deep shadow work. Because if I didn't dig deep enough, I wouldn't even know that I thought that, because my normal personality is, please, I wish I would. Everything happens for a reason. Like the universe don't play no games.
Everything happens for a reason.
The universe don't play no games. So I know that, but I think this is just underlying. Yeah,
it's a subconscious feeling, like a deep feeling. Okay, so next one. You avoid leadership roles in group settings.
Lies.
I disagree.
Please, my ass be right there.
Avoid leadership roles.
Well, I'll be like, give me the goddamn role.
By default.
Please. I don't even mean to.
I don't have to try to take the leadership role.
You want to do it? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I do it.
But the thing is, just because I just be seeing the ideas, so I'll be like, this is how we can do it. Bit fast.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it. Hey, if you need me to do it, let me know.
You're definitely.
I don't mind. The next one. So you are definitely not an artistic type of person. I disagree. Yeah. I think I'm artistic.
Yeah, I think you are too.
Yeah. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? I disagree.
What the hell is less? What
I think if people paid attention to how they feel.
Logic.
Yeah. And why doesn't it align with your feelings?
That's the point, you know? And this is why we're in such a chaotic thing anyway. You can't ignore feelings. Feelings are never to be ignored. They should be taken into account, because you're dealing with human beings who have feelings, so you must take feelings into account.
Rationality. What is rationality? They're sick. Disagree with that completely. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. What?
To that question.
What?
I believe that my feelings are rational, and I believe also that a lot of people don't reason rationally. I say that a lot actually when I think, so I'm like,
yeah, you do.
That's literally what I'm like, you're not being rational. So even though I say rationality, I think that it's linked with the feelings, and I feel like a lot of people operate on their feelings that they don't understand, as opposed to their feelings that are aligned with their logic. So
see, that's because the problem is the people who make these questions weren't making it from like thinking, you know these advanced perceptions like we have. So if we're breaking these questions down, they probably didn't mean it in that way. The way they be meaning it and the way that we're answering it probably are not the same, and they're giving us personalities based on that.
They're like, oh, this is you.
Right. Yeah, I put. I don't think it would be a better place if people relied on their rationality, because they think people do that now anyway. People think that they make decisions based on for rational reasons now, and it's not aligned, and it's not based on their quote unquote feelings. That's one of the reasons why I've always heard that women shouldn't be in positions of power. Yeah, it's because women are everything is about their feelings, how they feel, and men we're rational. So the way the world thinks about rationality, I'd say nah.
Oh, this is definitely me.
Next question.
You prefer to do your chores.
You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax?
When I mean agree.
I prefer it. Yeah, I do prefer it too. I don't always do it.
Oh, man.
But I prefer it.
Like 95% of the time.
I do it sometimes, though. I do it sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? If it's something you want to do real quick, like, you know, let's say I wanted a snack or something, I'm like, okay, but finish doing this right here, and then go get your snack. Or do your work first, and then you can go and you know have this leisure time. I do prefer to do that.
Like to, because I can't relax is what I find. It's crazy. Like there's been.
I agree with
do you
that.
know how many times
I agree with that.
I've done something like I'm tired, and next thing I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning.
Yeah, I do the same
proper,
thing.
like full on, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I won't,
agree.
Like,
I
yeah,
do the same thing.
yeah, I won't be able to relax. Like, I relax, but not in the same way as when I know that everything's done. So.
Yeah. For me to just drop down and actually relax, it wouldn't be relaxation. It'd be
waiting to get up again.
I'm in need of sleep. Yeah, it'd be like, no, I'm in need of this moment,
right.
you know, for whatever reason. But it's not that I'm relaxing.
Yeah.
Trust. So I put agree. I put strong agree.
Do you enjoy watching people argue? No, I don't.
No, who the hell answers that and says yes?
You know what? Banter. And then they get so amused by, you know, that because everybody has such different spirits.
They're so toxic.
That's
so toxic.
And some people, you see, they'll be gleeful.
Yeah,
kind of disarray.
That's very toxic. Now, if there's like a fight or something breaks out in front of me, don't get me wrong, I'm nosy.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, you know, paying attention. But I don't enjoy it though. Like, no, I don't like to see people arguing, man. Like, I like peace for real, and not just for me. I like peace for everybody.
I feel
I think that's very toxic. Whoever answered that agree. Comment us. Let me know who said agree. With your toxic self, you toxic.
I swear. No, I mean, I like it. And I feel like I feel their, especially when they're arguing, I feel arguments a lot. Maybe because I saw so many arguments growing up, but I feel them personally. So if I see, like, if I'm out and I see a couple arguing or somebody arguing, I get riled up, like I'm being attacked. It's really weird. I don't like it.
Especially if it's something like that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's like don't let me see you putting your hands on a woman, or don't let me see somebody abusing a kid. Oh, that kind of stuff stresses me out. Ooh, that kind of stuff stressed me out. Yeah, I put strong disagree on that. Okay. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't... Wait. You avoid drawing attention to yourself? Yeah, I don't like attention. I think I get attention, but I don't feel like I draw attention. There's a difference.
I very naturally attract attention, and I really love the honesty of this podcast, honestly, because
of that, I don't like to encourage it.
I like to not be noticed in a room, because I know that people tend to naturally just look, and like people just tend to notice. So I know that, and I know it's not me dimming my light. You know, I'm still confident, I'm still strong, or whatever. But I like to try and blend in. It never works, but yeah, I try.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's true. I agree with
that. Doesn't work. Your mood can change very quickly.
Mine is a split second.
Does my mood change quickly? Yes, I think so. I'm gonna put the middle agree.
No, I'll put top agree. It's very quick. Oh my god! Like, and then I have to bring myself back and go back to where you were.
Yeah.
Where you calm down.
Yeah, my mood does change quickly. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I agree with that.
Yeah, I tried to be a lot more patient, because everybody learns at different paces.
I'm understanding a lot of times. I get it, but
I lose patience. I like.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that I'm abusive
I would never
now
say
or
you're dumb or
anything
you're
crazy.
stupid, or no, never.
Yeah.
But what do I like?
But I tend to, I'll be like, let me do it.
Swear,
I'll do it myself.
I like you to be go-getting. I like you to, like, I do not suffer fools lightly. I don't like when people like feign dumbness or because you want me to do it. I can't do it. I do not like it. Like, that is not.
Yeah. Like, come on now. Let's
be sharp.
Yeah. Next one. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. I
would say agree.
I do that.
Like, I'll do the lowest degree.
Yeah, I do that.
Because I'm working on it. I do the lowest degree. I'm working on it.
I have more peace when I do things in advance, and it's something I'm working on. Okay. So maybe, hopefully, next time I take this, the answer will be different.
That's
But I put top agree. I do a lot of things at the last moment. No, yeah. I put middle agree. I'm working on it. I've improved a little bit. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, strongly agree. That's easy. Hell, that was my example a second ago. Right. I was just at work asking, what do you think happens after?
God, we're only 50% in. This is a lot. It's been like over an hour. Do you know that? We're only 50% into this test. I think we're going to have to just rush through it. We might have to break this into it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's do it. Let's do it fast. Okay. I got this. Yeah, this is long, y'all. Okay, you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own.
Agree. Strongly.
Disagree.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what? I disagree with
Yeah,
that.
I read that wrong.
I'd rather
Yeah,
be
I
on
read
my
it
own.
wrong. Yeah, disagree completely.
Okay, next. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree. I like when it gets theoretical. I like to have a good conversation. Theoretical? I like facts too, though.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
put low
Yeah,
disagree.
yeah, that's what I put too.
That doesn't make me lose interest if the conversation is going that way, if it's going that way. Not that specifically.
Sometimes
I put low
I'm
disagree.
like, such a. That could be a problem, Sha. When you're trying to get me to that could be a problem.
It's not a problem.
But yeah, sometimes I'll be like, no, man. I'm like, allow it. I'll just
Not a problem.
zone
Next
out.
one.
But yeah,
No, not a problem. You find it easy to empathize with the person whose experiences are very different from yours. I strongly agree with that. Yeah, I can do that. Next one. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible.
I disagree strongly. When
I
it
don't
feels
finalize
right,
anything.
is when I do it.
Yeah, I don't. I'd like to finalize things early on, but I feel like I consider too many factors, and because of things have to feel right, I don't necessarily finalize things until
I'm sure.
I know that I can. Yeah, so I have to put agree. I put low agree on that.
I put disagree.
I do postpone a little bit.
I used to, but not anymore.
You.
I'm learning because I always used to be late. I'm always late. But now, I think I'm still a bit last minute.com, but I think what it is I make a plan of my timeline and then I work to that timeline anyway. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely postpone finalizing stuff. I can't finalize anything. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made.
Agree. Nowadays, now I'm good at it. Before, major all the time, but now I'm like, please. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't
second guessing is another kind of torture in the mind as well, unnecessary.
Yeah, no, please, I go with what I feel. I made the right decision in that
moment.
And even if I later go, later I'm like, well, that's how I felt in that moment.
God. See what I'm saying? Yeah. The positive side.
Yeah, just take this is it. And for me, it's a lot of it is growth as well for me. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Disagree completely.
Agree.
Please, I want to be in my bed. A long, exhausting week too, please. I'd rather be alone. You enjoy going to art museums. I agree with that. Yeah, I like that. That's chill. That's relaxed. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I disagree with that. I feel like I do that easy.
I think it's part of our
very
gift,
easily. Yeah, it is. I pick up on people's feelings even when they don't know their own feelings.
Even when they don't talk, I can pick it up.
Yeah, still pick it up. Okay, you like to have a to-do list for each day. I'd like a to-do list. I don't always follow them, but I like to have a to-do list.
I do not. Only if I have something to do, but not every
I like
day,
to be productive.
Every day. See, that's the thing.
Yeah. I make lists for everything.
That you just said, because it's something I've been thinking about. Like, especially as a flipping Capricorn, like I always feel useless unless I'm doing something, and that's just how I was raised. I have to do something, and like I said, I want to be comfortable doing nothing. You know?
I do too. Well,
I don't want to be productive.
I need a good balance of both.
Obviously, I want to be productive, but it's good to have days where you can just chill, brother. No,
I love that.
Balance the boat. It's true.
Yeah, I like to have a list. I like to have a list to keep me organized and on task. Like, and when I do, like when I'm really on top of my organization, I come in here, I write down like, okay, you need to get this done tomorrow, or even this week. You got to make this call. Don't forget to go here. Don't forget to set this appointment. Don't forget this. And I love when I'm crossing off stuff off my list. It's like, okay, I'm getting stuff done. That feels real good. I don't always do it though. I don't always do it. I do it half the time, but I do like to do it.
I don't like to do them. No, I have them and I need it, but I wouldn't like to have one for each day because I like my days to kind of just.
I'd love to get to a point where I don't have to have them. I just feel like my load is crazy where I feel like I have to have them.
As well, it helps you like.
I'm too airy. That's that airness in me. If I don't do that,
me too. But I just don't.
I'd be all over the place.
It's because I have things to do that makes me end up doing that shit. If I didn't have anything to do but just be on the beach selling books, you people better buy my new book so that I can retire early. I'm serious shit.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I would not mind.
For real.
Fuck this shit.
For real. For real. Manifest that relaxation. I'm trying to manifest it with you, so I don't need lists no more.
Let me tell you.
Sick of these lists. I'm sick of them. I don't even be wanting to write them. You rarely feel insecure. I agree with that. Maybe when I was younger, and sometimes you don't even know when you're feeling insecure. Be insecure as hell, don't even know it. But nah, I don't.
Oh God,
I don't.
You avoid making phone calls. Absolutely agree. That's the next one. You avoid making phone calls.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not. It is like my nightmare.
Yeah, I'm a texter or a voice noter. I send a voice note real quick, but that way I don't have to be on the phone.
The only person I talk to on the phone is you, and there's a handful of people.
Yeah, likewise.
In fact, I'm saying a handful, but even those people, they can't just call me anyhow. It's literally only you that can call me unannounced. Like,
yeah, you call them and I might miss your call. People always say I don't answer the phone, but I don't do it on purpose. I don't answer the phone on purpose. A lot of times I miss people's calls. That's because I have my phone on silent. I do some stuff like that. We run around doing stuff. Yeah, or I'm doing something because I'm normally pretty busy, right? So somebody will call and I'll say I'll call them back, and then I forget. It just slips my mind. Or texting back, it always slips my mind.
Lying down, and I will see the phone, and I'm like, not now.
Yeah, I know. I have those moments as well. Or if I have to call somebody about something, I'm like, damn, man. I want to get on the phone. Let me just text.
I like to text,
Or, hey, girl, you send a voice note. Yeah. Okay. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I agree with that. Because I always wonder, like, why you think that way? Why are you processing it that way? Why your mind doing it?
I don't understand it.
I always wonder why people's brains process the way they do.
If I don't understand why you're feeling it like that, then I'm not really getting anything. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Even if I don't agree with it, I want to understand
I like that.
Okay, next.
In this one, in your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities.
I bring people together a lot.
I don't know if I do. I don't think I do that. I disagree.
I agree with that. It's funny, see? But yeah, I do, because I notice that whenever I'm in groups, anywhere I go, I notice that what happens is that I'm always the middle friend who invites this one, and this one, and everybody links. Every time I've done stuff, I notice it's crazy. I've done it throughout my life, even in since I was young up until now. Even I'll be out with a group of friends and I've realized that I've literally called that one and I called this one and I called this one and we've all gone out and now everybody's like, it tends to be me that initiates it.
Yeah, I don't normally set it up. I don't mind setting it up, and I've set it up before, but I don't typically set it up for real. I'm an invitee. Yeah. But okay. So if your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I disagree with that, because if my plans don't get interrupted, first of all, and if it is interrupted and I allowed it to be interrupted, then I'm gonna go with the flow.
Yeah, no, see, that's what I was gonna say. So with me, I get back on top, but I find going with the flow is getting back on top. I don't ever get low. My plans that a disregard, if my plans supposedly look like they've destroyed, they're not destroyed. There's always a next. I just keep going, because I don't give up. I'm not a giver up kind of person. So I just move with the next option in line, So, but I do. So I think I do get back on top. I don't wallow in stuff anymore. I tend to just be like, okay, so what do I do? This is why I say I'm very solution based, because if anything happens, I'm like, okay, so I don't believe there's. Remember, I would say there's no such thing as I don't believe there's nothing that I can't do and there's nothing that I can't learn.
Well, if we're talking about it from the perspective of, see, now my brain is trying to figure it out, because if your plans are interrupted, I'm thinking about okay, if it's something that's happened in life, something traumatic has happened in life, my goals and plans for life don't change. I still know what my goal is, even if it's not something that I can work on right now or do right now. I've had things happen that have slowed certain areas of my life down, but I've never gone, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's just, I can't do it right now. So I do get back on track in that sense. But the way I was reading it was
because if your plans are interrupted,
I was gonna go to dinner or something, and now the plans got interrupted because it started raining, and I decided I don't care about replanning that dinner. I ain't gotta go to dinner again. I was looking at it from small things,
from work or life,
big goals.
Even just a regular goal, for example, me, if you know, like if I wanted to anything, if you're meant to do something creative wise now and it's interrupted and you don't get to do, like for example, my book launch, right? I was meant to do my book launch in Abuja that first time on my birthday, and I couldn't do it because shit happens, right? And I was really, really low about that, right? But it was interrupted, but my priority was keep moving, Tess. What are we doing next? So, and then I came back to London, and got back on top. Like my priority is always to get up, always to get up. So I didn't take it as a trivial outing.
But from that perspective, I have to say I agree, because I was looking at it. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I put middle agree on that.
It's the solution. That's like, what else am I gonna do? Let's go.
Yeah, I have to look at it from that perspective. I say agree. Disagree. Okay, you are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Disagree.
Go, bro. I'm
don't care.
Yesterday, I don't give a damn. 5 minutes ago, I don't give a damn. I'm over it.
Oh well, it happened. Life will go on. I was meant to do it. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Yes, completely agree. I'm like, I have like a lot of energy with something one time, and then like next day I'd be like,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
I do that.
I don't know.
I'm not consistent with my energy with anything. That's why I have to have so many things that I have my hands in. Yeah. My energy level with something today, I'd be like, I'm not in the mood
to do it. Yeah, I'd be like that too. But I find I'm actually quite consistent as well. I feel like I'm a mix of. I'm gonna put in the middle because I am. I tend to have like if I wanna do. Let's say I said I was gonna write something. Yeah, it might be in my head. I might be procrastinating for ages, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'll get energy for like a week, and I'll just bang it out. For that week, I'll be consistent and disciplined. Do you know what I mean? So, but I can't say I'm always organized.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm always organized.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying. To be fair, I'm learning to organize myself a lot better now. Like with the things that I want, I'm able to like because I find that it works. It makes life easier for me.
Yeah.
When I foresee what I want and I can map out the steps to get to where I want. Yeah. I do find that life is a lot easier. But with this, I would say, I put one disagree. The lowest disagree.
It's crazy. I put the highest agree. Okay. Okay. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Disagree completely. I don't
disagree.
Things like that.
Goodbye.
I don't care. You're not gonna be disappointed in me, and I don't care if you do.
That's your business. That's literally your own cup of tea.
Yeah, that doesn't concern me at all. It doesn't even cross my mind. I'd never think thoughts like that. It's so sad that people think thoughts like that. You're wondering when somebody's going to feel disappointed in you. Oh, poor thing. Or at least that's stress.
I used to, I guess, you know, before this journey, I would, like, in a sense of, I used to be, one of my friends said this to me, and it's only now that I realize it's probably how she felt, but I internalized it because I think I believe it. I find she said to me when I was complaining, I was like 18, complaining about guys or whatever, and she was like, you know what, Tess, because you see, the thing is, people just put you on a pedestal, and when they come close to you, they realize that you're just human, so then they're disappointed and you fall off the pedestal. That's what she told me. I never forgot it. So I feel like I internalize that a lot, and I see that with people. But really now, where I have a better understanding, I don't see that as, I just see that as, it's not a problem with me, so it's just a flaw in the human psyche. People in general tend to see you from afar and go, because they've projected who they think you are, your personality types, the things you're going to like. So when they come close to you and you're not fitting into that mold of what they have projected onto you from afar, there is a disappointment, But I don't care, and I don't think about it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I could give a damn.
Yeah, disagree on that completely. Okay. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, most of the time.
I don't mind being around people. I don't mind, every now and then.
I would put first
How you doing?
Degree. I put first degree, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm on first degree too with that. Because I would definitely prefer to be in, if it's between group or working alone, I want to work alone. But other people can be around. Like, I don't have to be in some remote place, like, by my goddamn self. Like, okay. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Disagree,
obviously.
Okay. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Disagree. I like intimate places.
Oh my God, me too. I love peace and quiet as well.
Yeah,
It's not even funny.
yeah.
Like
The other
nature,
places
I
are
like to be
cool.
like- yeah, they're nice too, yeah. But I would always walk to where there's serenity. I
Yeah,
can't help it. Yeah.
yeah,
I agree majorly.
yeah.
This
Me
next
too.
one.
Same one.
You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like I tend to really have a very strong. You don't have to say anything, but my brain. What I realize is whatever my brain thinks at the time is the energy I've picked up from you.
Right, right.
The silent energy, because you know we're telepathic.
Yeah, yeah. I always can tell. Okay. Ooh,
You often feel overwhelmed.
no. Well,
Yeah, often. It's not often I feel it. I feel it sometimes, but it's not very often.
yeah. I feel like
Not very
I've.
often like
I
that.
feel like I'm managing that feeling of overwhelmingness.
Better.
It happens,
Yeah.
but I definitely. I feel like I found a good way to manage it. You know.
Yeah, very rarely for me. Disagree. I'm not as I'm get better at it as well.
Yeah.
I'm better. It happens though, but
Yeah, it
not
does
as
happen.
often.
It does
Yeah.
happen. I'm not void of over anxiety, but I manage it well. You complete things methodically
Yeah.
without skipping over any steps.
I don't know. Like, I mean,
I skip steps.
Yeah, I do. Like, I used to like. I'm somebody that if I can follow the rules down to a T, it's just in my nature to follow the rules. But I also believe in working smarter, not harder. So
yeah,
if I
and I
don't
come
see
up
the
with
need of
rules
doing your
myself
15.
sometimes.
Do you know what I
and
mean? Like
just-
majorly. If I've come
Yeah.
up with something that's smart, if you've got me a 15 step,
Yeah,
to
if I could run
accomplish
before I could walk, I would have.
something.
Like, why do I need to learn to do that
no.
first? Why do I have to crawl first? Just go ahead and
Just run straight to, I swear.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Crawl.
like it. Like, if you give me a 15 step thing and I look at this and analyze it and I realize it can be done in 10 steps, I will do it in 10 steps.
period.
I will not do it in your 15 steps. I'll be like, yeah, you missed it out. Just because I'm not going to suffer for your inadequacy. You missed out. This is how your brain
I
reasons
almost
it. My brain
answered
is
it
found a
wrong.
shortcut.
Because I
What?
agreed with
What
what
do
you
you
just said, I put agree on this thing when I meant to put disagree. I had to go back and fix it. Yeah, I disagree with that. I skip steps.
Yeah.
You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial.
No, really?
Yes. You know what? The reason why I say yes is because I feel like a lot of the things that I believe in and align
All
with,
controversial,
people
period.
consider them
Call it,
controversial.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always the one that's saying or believing or making a comment about something that people are like, that's so extreme. And it's like, I don't think it's extreme.
So how are you reading that question then? Because I don't know how to read it. I'm actually genuinely confused. Because if I read it that way, then I would say that too.
Yeah.
But I looked at it as like you're intrigued by things labeled as in like you run after things that are controversial because you're interested in it. But I don't like a lot of the things that we do that are controversial. It's not because they're controversial that we run after them. It's just because we align with it. So I'm not quite sure how to answer it. Do you know what I mean? Do you
Yeah,
get
but
what
that's
I'm
because
saying?
we're the controversial ones, so it does align with this, so it seems normal to us.
Yeah, that's my point. So is that what
Yeah.
they're asking? Yeah. So you're labeled. So not.
I
that
feel like
we're
the
seeking
world. I
controversial.
feel like this is a worldly questionnaire, and I feel like they're looking at things I told you, without our advanced perspectives.
Yeah, I swear.
So
But then also,
like,
I feel like the way you
like
answer the
like
questions
even our
determine you.
perception or our ideas about like relationships or
Yeah. Everything.
black
everything is
women,
controversial.
tearing down
Everything.
feminism or just anything. I think that those things a lot of people see as controversial, and they're like,
And then it said intrigued as well.
or even
guys.
like health,
The
how we
word
view health
intrigued.
and the government and like everything.
Yeah.
People are like, that's controversial. Like, no, most people feel the opposite way as me.
Me too. But I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm intrigued by it. I feel like when they say, "Are you intrigued by it?" It's like you go seeking controversial things and say, "Oh, I wonder why this is controversial. I want to know more." I've never done that in my life. I've always just heard it and then said,
See,
But I agree.
See, that's a hard one to answer because
Do you know what
I
I
agree
mean?
with what you just said. I agree with what you just said. I'm not like seeking things that people think are controversial. I just think
Yeah,
that a
it
lot
just-
of
it
things
just
that I
is.
feel,
People think are controversial.
things that I'm interested
Exactly.
in they view as controversial. So
That's
other
why when it
people,
said intrigued, because an intrigue
if
is
we
like,
were in a room and that question and other people had to answer these questions judging you, I think everybody would say, she definitely interested in controversial topics.
Exactly.
So I feel like, according to that, the answer is yes. Because I know that the things that I view people see as controversial, like, it's just problematic the way that I think. But yeah, I don't know how to answer that one either. Do we put the middle?
What was my first thought?
What do we do?
I swear, what was my first thought? My first thought was, you're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. You're intrigued, and intrigued means to be fascinated by, right? Let me just double check. I think that's what intrigued means, like to be interested in. Yeah.
Feminism is controversial. Women's rights are controversial.
But my word is intrigued, not the label just controversial. My
intrigued.
That's what's because intrigued means to be interested. You're very.
Are you interested? You're interested in feminism? If we're replacing intrigued with interested in, and we're replacing controversial with feminism, you're interested in feminism. You're interested in
food and
plant-based lifestyle.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. If you replace it with interest. And then the other one says arouse the curiosity or interest of or fascinates. Yeah, I guess, okay, I agree. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah, because my whole life is controversial. That's the reason I'm saying
everything about us.
There's nothing that I do. Yeah, there's nothing. There's not one thing that we have that anybody would say was not controversial. Like it's mad.
Be in a room having a debate with people and everybody feels the opposite than me.
Every time.
All the time.
I don't even like to be talking as well, because then they end up labeling me mad. It's so annoying.
Yeah, man.
You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more.
No, absolutely not.
That was back in the day.
Who needs it more than me?
The audacity. That was back in the day that I would do dumb shit like that. Now, I wish I would. I'm important. My soul would be like, my soul would get sad. She'd be like, oh my God.
Why would you do that? Girl, an opportunity? You saying opportunity specifically? They worded it as opportunity. No, I wouldn't pass up opportunity for somebody. And why would I think they would need it more than me?
Yeah, that's the point.
What kind of opportunity is the opportunity to eat? Is somebody starving? And I just ate a meal? Like, what kind of opportunity are we talking about here?
You know
no,
what I mean?
I would never do that.
In my life, no one, I'm worthy. So
you struggle with deadlines? I disagree. I struggle with procrastination, but I meet deadlines. I feel like I meet it. Okay, I'm late sometimes.
I was gonna say, Jazz,
if we're talking about me being
funny, if you guys could see the cameras, I'm literally like this. I looked up and I went, "What'd she say?"
Okay, it depends on what kind of deadline we talking about. Like, if there's a project and I need to have it done by a certain time, and I put the pressure on myself, and it's out of my control to change the time. If I can change the time, I change the time, and I meet the deadline. But if it's something like where there's no way around it, I have to be here by this time, or have to do this at this time, or have to turn in something by a certain time, I can meet the deadline. I'm probably going to be up the night before all night.
Last minute, but you meet it. Yeah, that's like
I'll meet it. So I put really low disagree. I put low disagree because I don't think I struggle with deadlines. There's a struggle leading up to the deadline.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. No, I don't though. I don't think I struggle with deadlines at all. I think I'm a very deadlines type of girl.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very deadlines, and if I miss my deadline, I just move it.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So then I make the deadline. And I put middle agree. Period. I mean middle disagree. You feel confident of the things. You feel confident.
Finally finished.
What happened?
Finished. This is the last question.
Oh, this is the last question?
It's crazy. I got the same one.
How did you know that it's the last one? Oh, it says see results. Oh, okay. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Agree completely. What kind of question is that? See results. Oh.
What did you get? Was it the same one? The campaigner?
No.
What did you get?
What is this?
Read it.
It says mediator.
You are the mediator, though. Read it personally. Don't you see yourself as a mediator, bro?
So now I wonder, what did I answer different? It's because I'm sitting over here really analyzing these things with you.
You are. That's why. Yeah, because it took a long. Because you said you did it in 10 minutes last time. You just rushed.
Yeah, I did it real quick. I was
boom.
Yeah.
Read the mediator, because I don't know. Read it.
Mediator is 70% introverted, 80% intuitive, 71% feeling is the nature. 56% is your tactics, and you're 93% assertive. What's crazy is last time I got 92% assertive, even though the personality type was different. I was still assertive.
What's the assertive? Oh, yeah. So what's your assertive this time?
Yeah, it's 93%.
Yeah, so it went up. So click on the button that says read my profile, because you know you've got see
Under introduction.
So when you go down after it says identity, you'll see update my profile, read my profile. Anyways, let's finish this, guys. Like, I want you to read yours out, Jazz, so that we can. So where it says introduction, read the introduction part.
Okay, I'll read my introduction. I am the mediator this time. Last time I was campaigner, so that's interesting. I changed something, obviously. It says I'm the mediator. Although they may seem quiet or unassuming, mediators, they call it INFPs, have vibrant, passionate inner lives, creative and imaginative. They happily lose themselves in daydreams, inventing all sorts of stories and conversations in their minds. It sounds crazy. These personalities are known for their sensitivity. Mediators can have profound emotional responses to music, art, nature, and the people around them. That's true. Idealistic and empathetic mediators long for deep, soulful relationships. And they feel called to help others. But because this personality type makes up such a small portion of the population, mediators may sometimes feel lonely or invisible, adrift in a world that doesn't seem to appreciate the traits that make them unique. The little quote they gave me is, all that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost.
Powerful.
It says you have the gift
I feel like
of
that's
empathy.
you. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you not
it says
feel
you have the
like,
gift of empathy. They speak their truth, and they're in search of a calling, always connected to a calling. So I am gonna. I know you can move forward and
There's a whole lot more, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
it's
a
like
whole lot more. Yeah,
lot,
I'm gonna
so
have to read
check
this.
It out.
I'm interested.
Yeah, you should. And see, I told you, you would be. You would be.
Yeah, that's interesting. This is different.
I'm telling
you.
Mine was yours? The same though. Mine was the same. Advocate INFJ. Mine's the advocate INFJA. Yeah. And let me show you. Oh wait. I've missed the part where it. You know, like it told you how many percent. Like if you were how assertive. I know my assertiveness was 90, but that was it. Okay, so introduction. Yeah, it says advocate personality INFJA. / INFJT, there's a difference. It's like, what's the difference? I'm not going to click on the difference. That's your own. You can research it yourself. We've already been talking for a while. But yeah, so I'm INFJA, and it says, my quote is, treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they are capable of being. I mean, I have the ability to kind of see people differently. I tend to see people. But anyway, so advocates, INFJs, may be the rarest personality type of all, but they certainly leave their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled, they aren't content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference. For advocate personalities, success doesn't come from money or status. Stop saying that, I don't like it. But from seeking fulfillment, helping others, and being a good force in the world. Yeah. While they have lofty goals and ambitions, advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. People with their personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Conscientious, a motherfucker. Conscientious to the core. They move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim never to lose sight of what truly matters, not according to other people or society at large, my God, but according to their own wisdom and intuition. Perhaps because their personality type is so uncommon, advocates tend to carry around a sense, whether conscious or not, of being different from most people. With their rich inner lives and their deep, abiding desire to find their life purpose, they don't always fit in with those around them. This isn't to say that advocates can't enjoy social acceptance or close relationships, only that they sometimes feel misunderstood or at odds with the world. Fortunately, this sense of being out of step doesn't diminish advocates' commitment to making the world a better place. Advocates are troubled by injustice, and they typically care more about altruism than personal gain. They often feel called to use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. Yeah, there's more, but I'm not going to read anymore. It's long.
Yeah, no, that's you. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm a doggone mediator.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah, I
man
feel
over
like
here in the
you
middle of
are.
these two people arguing. He in the middle trying to fix things.
Also,
is
that's
crazy.
who is your people at the bottom of the page? It also tells you that other people that you may know. So other advocates that I may know is Martin Luther King was an advocate, Nelson Mandela was an advocate, and Mother Teresa and Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo. Do you know? I don't know if you guys know Marie Kondo, but she's the one that book, The Magic of Tidying Up, that I always talk about. Lady Gaga, Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman.
I don't know who this is. J.R.R. Tolkien. I don't know who that is. William Shakespeare.
What does it say underneath? It normally says where it's from.
Bjork.
Oh.
William Shakespeare. Alicia Keys.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Tom Hiddleston. Julia Roberts. William Wordsworth. Johnny Depp. Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. Somebody else from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Somebody else from X-Files. The guy from X-Files. They gave me the guy
What was the
from
name
X-Files.
again? I can't remember what his name was again.
Fox Mulder.
Yeah.
They gave me Mulder. Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, Anne of Green Gables, yeah.
Sybil Branson from Downtown Abbey.
Oh, I don't watch Downtown Abbey. I'm really, like, yeah.
Lance Sweets. Who is this? Constantine Levin. They're not talking about the Constantine.
I feel like
They're talking about somebody.
What is underneath?
Anna Karenina. Karenina.
Anna Karina.
I don't know who that is. I barely know anybody on this list.
Nor do I. But yeah, it was fun, guys. I know it was a long episode. Sorry, guys, we got carried away again. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you check it out. 16personalities.com. It's actually a lot more in depth than that. The report, and it will just help you, give you a bit of insight into who you are. Your personality, make you understand yourself a bit better. So check it out, guys. And thank you for rocking with us. That is the end of season 2. It was difficult. We were recording in different places, and this place of the world and that place of the world, but we did it. We hope you guys have found it interesting, intriguing. We hope you've learned some things. We hope we've uplifted you this season, giving you confidence in yourself, because that's so important, and that's what we want to do. Lift up your spirit, get you basking in self-love. Right. And we shall be back in 2 months. Is it 2 months? Yeah. Maybe we might even come back early. It depends. But yeah, we'll be back, guys. Don't miss us too much. I know one of my friends gets so upset. She's like, how could you have been doing the season finale already? Right. I know. Sorry, babes. We're out. So yeah. Bye, guys. We're going to miss you.
I know.
We'll see you again in a couple of months.
It's been beautiful, man. It's been beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you for
tuning in.
See you guys soon. We've been overwhelmed, honestly, with the love and stuff. And we have people who are listening regularly and stuff and message us. And we appreciate it. Honestly, we don't take it for granted, man.